we're talking about the
shaming
size
Dean.
when we go back live, are we?
Scott's just
Dean-
jealous because he's the shortest in his family.
Yeah, I'm 5'11", man. Dean's a sexy beast.
Scott's short.
No, I'm
Hi there.
5'11".
Hi there. Hey. How are you doing? Sid's going to get Amelia. So Sid
What
runs.
time is it?
It's probably 4 or so hours. Probably 3 or so hours after he left. So they tried to get you to drink, and they're drinking.
Mhm.
Did you
I probably
have
had
a drink?
a little bit.
Have a
Yeah,
little
we,
bit?
we had we had a light tipple.
A little tipple.
Yeah.
It's okay. So
You,
Sid,
you know, played
Sid
some
comes
dice,
back
played some
as
cards.
a disgruntled old man.
Amelia, we're trying to do experiments with well, we're trying to observe the situation, but I just suck at that. So
Why don't you start?
I'm sorry. What are you trying to do?
Why don't you start by
exactly.
telling
Why don't
Amelia
you just grab
what?
your book and just come on.
Why don't you just say what happened?
Amelia, just get your booking. It's just gonna be a lot easier if you just come and read the raw data and figure it out.
Now he wants to stop talking.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay.
Tell what, Vale?
Yeah.
I say this to Vale. Like now he wants to stop
Yeah.
talking,
Mm-hmm.
All right.
and
you,
I grab my stuff and
You,
head out.
you head down with Sid. So where you are, you're actually above ground in a castle palace that is half above ground, half below ground. As you're going from where you are, like a couple of stories up, and you're going down stairwells, you go through a main sort of hallway on like the ground floor. You actually see Kaspak. He's leaving through a main door, but not like the main door to the castle. He's walking out as you're sort of walking past into the night.
I'll wave to him.
If he sees you, he gives you like a polite wave. You actually could see he's got like a sort of handkerchief over his zombie face.
If he waves back, I'll just smile because I wasn't gonna bother him. So
And we continue on our way.
okay.
I'll
Once
kind
we
of
get
give
there,
like a look.
Suspicious moving through the night. Eh.
Once we
Oh,
get there, Aaron,
top of the evening to
Like
you.
a look.
I'm taking the total back seat of like assisting the two of you as you need it. So like,
Okay.
I have like it's one of those things where I rolled so poorly. I imagine I'm more of a hindrance than an aid.
You know how it is.
So- I'm playing back seat. I'm just there so that Melody can
You
go to
are
bed.
always more.
Yeah.
So you
Melody-
come down here,
yeah.
Amelia. You see that in the dungeon there's a sleeping dwarf. There's that undead. It's that tiefling before, but he's undead. And there's Fulcrum who has the orb and blah 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 blah. Sid probably doesn't even try to explain, so Fulcrum explains that Sid is trying to nullify the magic of the orb to see its reaction.
Okay. So I'm probably gonna start working from the ground up and just cast a ritual detect magic to see school and like
you
power.
see. Well, everyone's already seen.
Yeah. Well, Sid, I can protect an individual person from magical auras and its effects, but doing the opposite of that, containing it, isn't something I've done before.
Think of it this way. This orb is emitting really bad energies. That right there is a person that is clearly reading those energies and needs to be protected from them. Find a way to protect them from this orb.
I can do that. That is easy enough. And so I'm going to cast protection from evil on the undead, deathless creature,
Boy.
the mindless,
I'm gonna
the mindless undead.
Yes,
I
I'm
think
gonna
that's
go
a
read
touchy
that
spell.
spell. One is a touch
Oh.
spell.
I mean, yes. I
Let's have a look.
posted it for you.
Yeah.
It doesn't say you can't do it to undead, because that's kind of what I
No.
was thinking.
You can use a stick to touch them. Right?
What you might be thinking of, Ollie, is Magic Circle,
I just didn't know.
which is similar.
I just didn't know if it can't be cast on undead. So you can do that. It gets very confused and kind of
Move.
distressed.
Sid, move the orb. See if it continues to follow it.
And then if fulcrum puts the orb away, it doesn't like follow it with its eyes anymore. It's kind of like looking around a lot more.
Oh, maybe it becomes sentient after this.
But well, it's still like
No, not quite.
And it seems to go back to like a bit more base instincts. Like there's like some bugs on the wall near the little hole in the dungeon, and he's like eats them up.
I can protect a single person or multiple people from the effects of this. I don't think I can take the object and taint it. Not without a lot of research, anyway. It would take me a lot of time to develop that, i.e. 3rd level spells.
I think you're thinking of this in the idea of magic that already exists that you have sitting in your book as an incantation. You can just blah. You need to. I really don't know your background. I just know you're really good at abjuration.
You know,
you kind of sure, but the school generally teaches you the fundamentals of the idea of magic and how to cast spells.
Correct. I understand the theory of what you want to accomplish. We can try.
So you're getting into experimental, magical fiddle-diddle territory, so you're going to have to duddle-fuddle with what you got and see what comes out the other side.
I can lay spell work. Perhaps you can go over it afterwards and see maybe if we can replicate this with machinery. How does that sound?
If you can do something that is worthwhile, I will do everything in my power to replicate what you can come up with. I'm at a point where I'm at wit's end. I can't create anything at this point for effect. I can just replicate what you create.
Okay. So Ollie, what I'm going to try to do is do the opposite from protection against good and evil. And rather than protecting one thing against it, stop the other thing from emanating it. And
Absolutely
see if I can
fine.
do that.
Give me an Arcana roll.
Cool.
I hope you boys are prepared for a big old explosion.
Is somebody assisting me with this?
No.
I mean, I'm here to be the assisting errand boy, but what I would do is, if you want, because Sally speaks a lot, I'll do one of these.
Does he?
Yeah. So I have to roll a 15.
From your belly. Yeah.
There we go. Where is it?
It's Ollie getting ready to eat your souls.
Look, I'm tired.
Aw.
PC death. Yum yum yum.
It gains a bonus equal to your
Pretty much it,
proficiency
right?
bonus.
You
So you actually
DM
get
before.
advantage, Aaron. You get advantage and a +2. Yeah.
Roll it again.
Alright, fine.
That's going to be lower than
Gosh.
17, I bet. Oh no,
Eh?
maybe not.
Alright, so
Alright,
20.
so a 20. With a 20, you actually can do this. It takes you about an hour because you're not the kind of person that makes your own spells, but you do find different ways to use spells that already exist that aren't how you were taught to do them at school. So you kind of do that. You kind of take the logic of protect good and evil, and it's a lot of the same runes. In fact, a lot of those runes like inverted and things like that in the actual spell and in the writing of it.
I imagine like I take the chalk and I write it around the orb itself, so it's not mobile or anything. It's just in one area. Like so. As long as it stays here, it's fine.
Yeah, that
Inside the
it
circle.
does work exactly as you intended. When you do this, I imagine the spell that you had on him eventually wears off, and you can tell that he's no longer as interested in it at all, other than like randomly looking at things to see if it can eat them. It doesn't care.
So let's try to break this. Sid will appreciate this because it's experimentation. So I have the runes kind of written out in chalk. I'm just gonna take my finger and break one of the lines, really quick.
It
and watch
the
Zephyrs
zombie
reaction.
just immediately goes
And then we'll
stares
fix it.
at it. Yeah.
And then we fix it and we
You fix it, and it kind of keeps
Goes
staring
back.
at it for a bit, but you notice it's not actually looking at it. It's just looking in that direction and has had no reason to move. Like if you
Okay.
nudge it, it goes like.
Yeah. So Sid, this is the spell work that you would use for this. Can you replicate it?
I I will do my damnedest to do so. I'm going to need you to explain the theory through how it is that you came to this. Like, I get it, but I need a little bit of oomph to finish this up. To which case, Ollie, I'm
You'll be
looking
able to
to, I guess.
You'll be able to try and write it in the next time. No, you don't do any roll now. It's sort of more, if you need to do this in the future, it'll be Arcana roll. It's not like you actually know the spell.
Didn't she, technically speaking, just do Magic Circle? Like a modified, weaker version of Magic Circle?
It's a weaker version Magic Circle is what we're talking about here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, Magic Circle is what, 3rd level spell?
I think so.
It is.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, but this is a limited version because you can't move it anywhere. It's a much smaller radius.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking,
And took an hour to cast.
Well,
I
that was
have
because
my-
you were inventing it. It'll take
Yeah.
time, but it won't take an hour. It'll probably take like 10 minutes.
I think the spell takes 10 minutes, to be
I'll-
honest.
I thought
Ollie,
so,
I'm
too.
asking you to slap numbers onto something that has no numbers. So just top of your head, you know what Magic Circle does. We're saying this is a weaker version of it that's fine enough for at least to a small degree right now. Would you say this is like equivalent of a 2nd level
I mean,
spell?
I think
or-
it's basically a 2nd level spell, because it's basically an equivalent of there's something else similar power level of this right now.
And it's explicitly for this undead creature, not
well-
celestials, fey, elemental, whatever.
well, no,
The
'cause
logic would be
It's not
depending on when you
targeting a
cast it.
beast type, like a
It's
creature
not
type,
it's
like
just sort of
Magic
keeping
Circle.
stuff in.
It's stopping necromantic energy.
Yeah.
So then, as an experiment to replicate this, I'm going to use this, Ollie.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's never going to show up in the thing on the stream. But
Nope, it's too small of a box. But you guys can see that. In which case, I am going to roll my Arcana check. Usually I do it by myself, but for this one time, do I get to have advantage from Erin assisting me?
If she's actually helping, yeah.
Because it's her thing we're replicating?
Yeah, absolutely. And I would actually be going through the spell, like I would describe how protection against good and evil work, how it's similar, how it's doing kind of the opposite of that, keeping things contained.
So, that being said, I would be able to replicate it into an item, like more or less. Let's say she was using chalk. I would infuse that chalk with etchings of my own and give it the magic to kind of like more or less mock her handwriting. Like when I place the chalk down, you describe what I create. Go ahead.
Are you
Or
ruining
a
my
little
chalk?
device that-
That's it.
or a little device that does the chalk markings for me. You know what I mean? Like,
It's like basically you pre-recorded a mage hand, so and you put it down, it'll write that circle. Basically until the chalk runs out.
so that's the kind of like the plan is I create more or less this temporarily lasting magic item, an item that lasts until it's used, right? That'll cast a spell for me. And so I'm like, all right, I more or less took
He
your
did steal your
theories-
chalk, yes.
I took your theories, magic, and equipment and bottled it so I could recreate this without your aid in the future. Once. That's it. So, I hope you kept really good notes, because this is all I've got.
I could do it again, yes, given time.
Good. At this point, Fulcrum knows there's more. Orbs.
Yes, I would really rather have them than not.
The information or the orbs?
I know of the orbs, I know there are more, I'd really like to have them. At least have one.
They are of special significance to those who have them, and not for the means by which they were currently used. Ergo, I can try to obtain a sample for you.
That would be perfect, thanks.
Great.
And he like closes his book and's like, well, if you're finished with all the experimentations here, I will try and get 2 hours of sleep before things get before you come back. And he actually just like leaves unless you like grab him and stop him. He's a quick leaver. He's like, I'm going, I'm gone. He's not like, oh, bye. Oh, I love the casserole. No, he's gone. He's out.
Imagine after
I'll look at Sid and kind of like shrug, like, okay.
coffee?
Oh, that was lovely. Thank you.
I will go and actually after an exhausting night like this, because Sid's like racked his brain and been miserable with the outcome. Because sometimes you just flop. He's actually going to have one of those like long, drawn, quiet, like it's a cup of coffee where we might have like a minute or two of small talk. At least that's my perspective. But we won't really say anything.
Are you going back upstairs?
It's just like a comfortable silence.
Well,
like
while
coffee back at a cafe.
Yeah.
Okay, so when
Restaurant.
you well, it's a palace. Unless you want to leave the palace to go get stuff, but that's probably too much hassle.
Wherever.
If you leave the palace to get stuff, you go to the sort of like market area where you know there's cafes that do this, and you actually remember. You're like, one said open 24 hours, and I'm gonna test that because it's like just about to break day. As you're going,
because there's actually 24.1 minutes a day. And...
That's actually acceptable, Sid. Actually fine. I'm not gonna question it. I would love if it were like 24/7, but like, oh, it's Faerun, it's 10. It's like, no, it's 7. Shut up. But while you're getting down there, when you are there and you're having that coffee, you have like a nice sip, and coffee is not a common thing, by the way. Coffee is not all over the place. Coffee is a big thing in this city, so it's funny that you keep talking about coffee while you're here, because coffee being here is like they got on the coffee route, you know, they got coffee trade. But you get like nice big sip, and then you hear someone scream, and it's from like the marketplace you're in. You've been here, it's the big, like, sort of open market that's indented into the ground. You turn around, you see people in black robes going through the market, and one of them is waving their hands in the air with black smoke and magical symbols around their hands, and in one hand, an orb.
Oh my god. Sid, I hope you're ready for one hell of an I told you so.
Sid, by the way, doesn't notice this happening because, you know, he's Sid.
There's like screaming and people running.
Like screaming, and because
you're
Sid's
in
like, damn, I suck.
You're in like you're not in the marketplace. You're in like a little hideaway, not hideaway, like a little shop off the side of the marketplace. So you're like sitting there and you see like people running past the doorway. You're like, you're good. And Amelia notices the scream and people running.
Have you ever tried a chai latte?
That's not Sid, but I don't know who that is. That is someone. Oh, that's gonna annoy me. Who that is?
Oh my god, it's exactly how it would go though.
But yeah, that's what's happening right now, Sid. Vale, Dean, and Melody, who are all asleep, you can actually give me a perception roll.
Hey, I ain't asleep. I'm Trenton. Elves don't sleep.
Dean can't give a roll, but Gilwyn can.
Oh, that's a spicy roll. Perception Rose Melody.
If the 12 was acceptable, then that would be good. Gilwyn, you actually do, because basically where your room is, it faces where the market is, which is why when you got here, you're like, oh, there's a market. Well, we'll go to the market. That's like the first thing that happened when you got here. Gilwyn actually
secretly looking out the window. Cloak, hood up, like I'm here.
Gilwyn's like, he's a little bit drunk and he's playing some music on the sitting by the window, and he hears a scream. And then actually from where you are, when you look out, you can see the commotion. You can't see the people. You can see the motion of people running towards the palace. And then a little bit later you hear bells and like horns of the guard, but not as clearly as you heard the first couple of screams.
So I don't see the cause. I just see the.
You see people leaving the market, so you can assume the market something's going down. You know.
Vale.
What is it?
People are screaming and running from the marketplace. That's not normal, is it?
Is Sid talking down there by any chance?
Sid's down.
Yes, it's a joke about how he makes me feel when he talks.
You've been making jokes for the past couple. It doesn't matter. Come look.
Vale like wanders over, Don't ask why he's in Gil's room. Don't ask. Shh.
I just imagine you haven't been closing the doors of your separate rooms and you're just yelling.
We spent a lot of time camping. Yeah. Hey. And Bale will go and have a look out.
You can see the exact same thing. In fact, with time, because you're not doing a roll, you can see a little better because you're an elf. You can actually see, not that they're black robed mages or anything. You can see a small group that people are running away from. You can connect that, and you can see like sort of purplish magic sparking about.
Well, looks like bad stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why I asked you to call up. It's pretty obvious. Should we go do something? Should we let the guards do the job?
No. Let's go and make a story. Let's get Melody though.
Yes.
She's
okay.
Pretty good at the horse stabbing business.
And I'll go over to my bed and wait. I'm killing it.
There she is! You wake Melody up, you tell her that bad things going on, and she's like,
Yeah. Melody, fight. Melody would like be straight up awake because she'd be pretty used to waking up instantly when like an animal attacks or something. So
Bale is gonna comment as well. He's like, I'm so glad we're going to do this fight without Sid. I'm
As
so
you're
glad
like running downstairs, like getting your sword ready.
I'm so glad he's out of the way for this one.
That earns him a glare from Melody.
What? He'll be safe.
Is Amelia with?
I was gonna say, is Amelia? Are you doing anything? Are you sitting there too? As
Yes, of course. I'm going to tell Sid to stay beside me.
Why? What's going on? Whoa, it's getting blustery! It's getting blustery in here!
Strike you're in! Everything is not
which is why I said that before. I cast the
spell. Okay.
He's crashed!
And with that... no, wait.
Oli.exe has encountered a runtime error.
It's been a while. Roll initiative!
Oh, there we go.
There we go. I got there.
Yeah, you're pretty...
Open the initiative counter.
Yeah. Yavel, please.
Yeah. Initiative. Oh.
Holy shit! I'm in this fight, aren't I? Shit! I haven't been a DM on stream for a while. I was like, this will be fun. Oh wait. I'm the bad guy.
Yeah.
Let me get my monster manual out.
Let me get my
Swore to you guys, there's a chance Sid might blow up.
If there is a chance,
he's had a lot of coffee and he's got the shits.
Oh.
He might hold a bag full of exploding
Poop?
and do nothing about it.
And by bag you mean bowels.
Good memes, lad.
They're a bit like a bag.
Okay, as you're running in, as both groups are running in, the market is mostly empty. There are people who've like fallen over and can't get up, and there are guards who are mostly getting other guards because they're seeing like magic getting waved around. They're getting like actual people from the palace.
What about dead people or undead people?
So, you don't see any undead people. You see a bunch of people in robes. One of them is clearly a woman who is wearing, like, robes, but also has, like, a necklace with a skull on it and, like, white paint on the robes and that sort of thing. And she's waving the magic around. And when you guys, like, get close, almost as if when she sees you, she throws the orb to the ground. It actually bounces. And from the sort of mist above her, there is a sort of drip appears into darkness, and then like a clawed hand comes out, opens the rip more, and this monster goes through. It's really lanky and awkward looking. It's like
it's 10
feet. Well, it's 10 feet tall like long, spindly limbs, but really like bulbous body and like bulbous head. It's Dean. It's weird and gross, and you probably don't want to think about it.
Oh dear. That doesn't summarize you, Dean. I want to think about you a lot.
It does though. And that's the mage's turn.
Well,
Melody,
I go to 12 and I'm still going last.
Melody, you are top of the initiative.
Okay. Let me remember how to play Melody. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I can count.
You're not playing a dwarf.
Distance. Good distance.
It's a good distance, that, yeah.
That is a good distance. Boom! Straight on her face.
Hey! Ho ho! Aha! Let me give me a sec.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Also, I should add that I've got my shield out, but the spear is still put away,
good,
so I've got a hand to do the
20-foot square, centered on the face. Like
yeah,
that?
might as well.
Let's do that.
Try and get as many of them as possible.
Creature in
But...
the area may do a strength save. So both of those are going to do strength saves. Bow, 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 bow. The big thing is it's like the vines are enwrapping it, and you've hunted large creatures before. That's actually not the issue. It's just that its limbs are so spindly, and then it like reaches down with its hands, and it's only got a few fingers, but they're clawed and sharp like scythes, and it's just cutting them away like it's an overgrown sort of reed. The woman is restrained.
Yay.
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 Denise, yay.
My headphones are like, I'm gonna run out of battery.
Oh god, I just made a My Little Pony reference.
Technically, I guess.
Yay. It's Fluttershy.
Well, I've learned
I
something
did it
today.
without even thinking about it!
You meant to be our weeb.
Yeah, I never knew you were a brony as well.
We don't shame
the
here.
dark period.
Yeah, we don't shame. Safe space. Safe space.
Okay, well, it's not so much a safe space, because this fucking thing is like...
Safe space.
lumbering forward. And it's moving really, like, lankily, too. It's like, it looks just entirely like it's gonna fall over at any moment, but it doesn't. Gilwyn, upon seeing yourself in the mirror,
Jesus.
I'll cast invisibility on it so I don't have to... I'm kidding. Okay.
That's fucking funny. I like that.
Ooh.
Oh, you're
Hello,
doing a bit of math.
Doctor. Hang about.
Hang about. I can hang about. What are you doing after this?
Me too.
Oh, fuck. Damn it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I won't turn up.
Woo!
Hold on, sorry.
That's what
That
we
was-
want. Yes, that's what we want today.
Yeah, alright. I can do that, I think. I will,
Cast.
if I can.
I like it. It's just the top of your head now.
No, I can't. Don't think I can. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And 60 feet from there. Pwah. Pwah.
You look like you've just found out how much the new boiler's gonna cost. That's what that noise was.
No, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm just gonna cast.
Come on, dude. You can say it. Come on.
No, fuck it. I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on me.
He means big him.
Big me, not Gilwyn. The big
Come on,
one.
guys.
Come on.
You
I
entirely
can't see.
fucked
Look
with me
where
right
Sid
now.
is. I can't see what's going on
Yeah.
in there.
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
know. It's just the you confused the fuck out of me.
Sorry. The big one.
The big one.
Right, I got that high wisdom mod. Ollie
13.
rolling that -1.
It passes.
Okay.
It's like you like whisper at
Oh,
it, and
I
it's
get
like
the joke
keeps going.
Wow.
And it whispers the same words back.
It takes 4 damage then.
I'm okay with this. Amelia,
Rah!
Okay. So, question.
you roar at it. Was that your dissonant whisper?
Yeah.
Like a whisper roar, like.
That black rift that this creature crawled through, did it crawl through and then did that like rift disappear, or is it still there?
Give me a perception check or an Arcana check. One of those is better for you. Probably. I don't know your stats. There was a day I knew every D&D character's stats in my games. It's too much now. It actually, it's closed, but something
Okay.
you'd know just because Bastilian, sometimes rich people take portals. A portal is not completely closed until like maybe a day or so after. Like there's a resonance that
Okay.
anyone who can do this kind of magic could reopen, or at the very least work out where that goes. Which you probably could do, not in a fight, like when this is over.
Yeah. So I am going to try to grab Sid's hand. And I'm just gonna be like, are you coming with me, or are you gonna hand me the chalk so we can try to see that creature?
I'm going to go take care of that.
Sealing the creature, or...
The creature.
Okay, so come with me then.
Okay.
So like,
While there's like
you want me to
wind,
hold-
like
yeah, you have to stay.
I'll be there in
With
3
the
more
baby.
lots of initiative.
So can we change our initiative order so Sid and I are moving together, because that makes more sense.
I'll
I
allow it.
grab him by the hand and I pull him. Okay. So I
Oh,
will
nice.
just hold my turn until Sid goes. Is that fine?
That's cool. Yeah.
Because we're gonna move together. Because that way he can stay within my radius of protection from this gas. Okay, cool.
Vale.
Wait, was I able to hear you?
She
Deafened.
yells.
I'm that's why I'm holding your hand, so I'm right next to you.
Because I thought it was legit
Shouting.
deafening.
Shouting into
I
your
will
ear.
allow this right
Deafens
now.
you and other creatures in the
I'm
area.
allowing it. You just had coffee, so
What?
you're really pepped up.
I can't read your lips.
That is the reaction. You're right. Vale, your turn.
So I'm just gonna be me pulling Sid with me then.
Yeah.
I shall. Let me just make.
In fact, I'll just make your initiative 12, so it's easier.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna make your initiative low.
Let me just make sure one thing, so I'm not cheating.
Sure, take your time.
Oh my god, they'll take forever with your 10. Jeez.
Fucking, I was gonna do that
You
joke,
did.
you bastard.
Right, yeah, I will pull out my longbow, and then I will shoot Gil in the back for taking so long to whisper at someone. No, and then I will shoot this
So
lady,
long. All you have to do. Who are you shooting?
the spellcaster, who's restrained.
Yes. Does that give you advantage on shooting?
No idea. Let me.
My DM shield is over there.
I'd imagine
Quick.
so.
It's out
Right.
of exact arm reach, so I'm not looking at it. Right. If when
Give
I'm
me
on my
one
Monday
sec,
game, it's like,
and
oh, I can look that up, but now I'm not.
Restraint. You have this attack rolls against you have advantage.
Nice. Awesome.
Damn it, you're too quick for me.
I used a website. D&D 5e.
Yeah,
quick
there is actually a
reference.
really good website Neil has that's like, it's basically, if you ask a question about the
Old-fashioned.
standard rules, it's on there. That is a hit.
Hey. Pop, pop. Pop, pop. Pop, pop. 14 damage.
You actually fucking killer. Describe it.
I mean, she's held by these roots, and she's like, and this is, let's see, what's it? This is comfortable range for a longbow.
It's a comfortable range for a longbow.
And I
Still, it's a
just-
long way, isn't it?
Arca, and as she's straight in the throat, and she just gurgles for a little bit,
And then
goes
it's
limp
like
for the
held by the vines that
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
still
yeah.
are moving and like trying to envelop
Uh-huh.
her. Nice.
And then I will 1, 2, 3.
One
4,
shot,
5, 6.
one kill.
How are these boxes stacked?
Yeah, that's a stack of the box. Generally, this is a marketplace. It's night,
Yeah.
so most of the market is packed up right now, because sometimes there's night markets, not all the time. Let's just say this is a day of a week where the night market isn't on. So there's some boxes and general, like, just barrels and things around.
How
It's messier
high?
than it would be. That stack of boxes probably goes up until... So on the walls here, 1 story up, so 7 feet up, is basically a balcony where there's a walkway and another, like, line of shops. And then another 7 feet up is the surface.
Okay,
Where there's an
so
open ceiling.
can I climb these crates to get on that walkway?
Yes.
So I'm on the first floor. In effect.
If you have movement to do so,
I
that
can
won't be
dash.
hard.
I can
Yeah, if
move.
you can... that's allowed, cunning action dash, that's fine by me.
Yep. And climbing costs 10 foot per 5 foot, so I should be fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my turn.
Alright. These guys... They, like, look back at the mage that is was just destroyed. In fact, I can't even kill her because the way that Zoom is. Excuse me, I want to kill you. Excuse me. Excuse you, Mom. Mom. They, like, look back and they, like, growl. These guys are, like, hiding their faces and and then they basically sort of just rush with speed.
They be Orcus worshippers. They
actually get, like, all the way up to Melody. But, like, that's, like, it's still running up to you right now. It doesn't have any time for an attack or anything.
And it stops. It runs up and it's like, whew,
And this guy goes up to, like, a nearby stall and picks up, like, a lumber axe. And you can tell, Vale, it's going to throw it at you. It's, like, looking for an angle to throw it at you. And it has it. Who dares have a notification? That one, like, kind of
in front of the
lumbers.
class.
And after that is Amelia.
Yep. So we are going to move.
Follow me. Oh, Neil's gone.
I'm going to cast Mage Armor on Sid as we do so.
Oh,
Yay.
And what time of day is it, Ollie? So
it
was
is
before
just
morning?
It's just. It's
Is it
not
that
quite
awkward time
dawn.
again?
It is that awkward time, but I will say you have the benefit this time. 'Cause it's way less the awkward time, you know.
Cool. So I will we'll cast Sanctuary then as a bonus action.
Good.
And that, of course, all activates my ward as well.
Sanctuary on yourself, I assume, and Mage Armor
Yes.
on him.
Mhm.
Alright. Sid, you're being led by the hand, so that's kind of your movement, is you were led. You can see out of the wind, but it's up to you if you want to try and do anything.
And also, it's not quite wind; it's more like force fields.
I remember, yes,
It's
it's not wind,
Yep.
it's like a constantly moving force field.
I was gonna change the language on it, never did. So
I like
So-
when language has changed. I don't know, I like that.
So the
It makes me happy. You just need a catchy name.
I'll work on it.
the ability that I want to activate, I think, has a 10-foot range, right? Like, because it's a weaker magic circle. I think magic circle has range 10 feet.
Oh,
So,
yes.
Unfortunately, I can't get close enough to activate it quite just yet because we just did some movement. Hold on. So I need to get to like here-ish.
Yeah,
at least to here.
You need to sprint up to it.
Yeah, I only have 25 feet movement myself, but I don't want to make myself dangerous.
This doesn't have range because you enchanted the chalk and then the chalk writes the circle. You need to be
Yeah.
standing on where you need to draw that circle for this exact situation.
Oh, I thought what it was one of those like. Activate
It doesn't
and
make a
walk away.
10-foot big circle.
How big of a circle does it make?
Probably 5 foot at a stretch.
So, Aaron, where would you? Because we were thinking about putting it on the creature, right?
Right.
Or at least on where the orb was to
That would
kind of
not
cut
work.
off the magics.
The orb is still on the ground. Let me.
Can you
put
ping it?
there. Well, I haven't got a symbol for it, so give me a sec.
Okay,
Go
gotcha.
draw shape. And get a suitably color.
There we go. It's at work here, folks.
Here is an orb.
So let's do that then. Let's try to get
Oh,
over
okay,
there.
I see it. Okay. So if that's the case, then Sid is going to rush up to here, outside of the protective field, because, you know, he'd be a dumb fuck. But I think Amelia can move 5 more feet anyways. So, oh, wait, no, I can't do that. Because, you know, so I'm going to attack from where I am. Sorry, I just remembered that the whole, you've already used your move action. I'm going to attack him on a spear spickered. Okay. Tweaks, just give me 1 second, I'm sorry. Push target back 10 feet. So I'm going to do a tweak to push it back 10 feet. And then I'm going to make an attack roll against that bastard.
The close-up guy or the big guy?
My apologies, I'll ping him for you. I rolled shit anyways, but that guy.
That doesn't quite hit.
No, that's shit.
You just hit like the boxes and tents and market setup near him.
Yep, it was just a garbage roll. I don't think I have anything to do with my bonus. So, with anything else, I'm good.
Melody.
Okay.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
So, bark skin, first off, which makes the entangle go away because it's a second concentration. Oh, no, I am actually going to remember to roll concentration saves for bark skin this time, which I've always forgotten. And then bonus action shillelagh on the spear. I did actually mention it in chat.
It won't affect the wand. No.
Okay, good.
Unless
and
don't worry for the wand.
Then my free action will just be to draw the spear and just glare at the thing next to me.
Getting ready, and that's okay.
I'm getting ready.
This thing, seeing what's going on, is going to go towards the big source of magic it sees. Oh shit! Why am I doing that? What am I doing? Get your head in game. Get your head in the game, DM.
Where's your head at?
Where your head at? Where your head at? I like it. I could get behind that. I can.
And then actually just base up like. Actually, does that make a save to enter the warding wind?
I don't believe so, no. But I can
Nope, it's
do that
fine.
again.
Nope, yeah, it's just attacking
Yeah, I
into
don't think
it.
so.
It's difficult terrain, so it makes sense because it had to make its sprint action to get up to you, so that makes even
Simple
more
makes me
sense.
too.
It's like it's running. I'll say not for you and not for Sid right now because you're dragging him, but usually yes. But considering you're making it, I'll allow it.
It specifically says for creatures other than me.
Oh, great. So this thing like lumbers up to you and then struggles through the force fields, and some of it is above where your force fields are because you're short and you're defending Sid, so you're like making like this bubble around you, but it doesn't need to be as big as it is everywhere. So it's like kind of is like wading into it, and the best way to describe this thing, it kind of doesn't have a face, but it does, and it looks hungry.
Scott, huh?
Gilwin.
Okay. Alright. I will. Ooh, hang on. Sorry. 1 second. Oh, so, throughout all of this mayhem, have I noticed kind of what, or would Gilwin notice what Sid and Amelia are trying to do? In that they're both going together towards something?
I think you can connect those dots, so yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Hold on, but does he know what spell we have?
No, he's not going to know anything about the spell. He just knows
but
that you're
he
working
knows
together.
I'm dragging Sid into melee combat for some reason.
He can see you two.
That is a really peculiar thing.
So, okay, shit. Can I do this? No.
There is
Fuck.
a dude running up to you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna focus on that guy then. I'll jump onto that box, and I will rapier him in the throat.
Great.
You
Slash
will
face.
try.
You can try. That's a big old hit. You know what they say about Gilwin Gallagher? He's got a big old hit. That's a great shot, and you've killed men before. You'd know, but that kind of force is enough to kill people, and your rapier goes through the neck out the other end, and you pull back, and you're expecting it to fall, and he's still moving.
Like the flourish, like haha.
And he's like, and keeps going.
Shit. Okay. That's it for me.
Vale.
I'm gonna sigh at the big ball of wind in front of me. I like see it and I go, look at my bow, go, and then
To be fair, if you get high enough, you can just shoot over it.
I'm gonna shoot this guy in the back.
I'm fine with that.
I'm also fine with that.
Yeah, good. Glad you agree. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Dean. The audience is like, boo. That's a huge hit. You're really good at your job, which is killing monsters. I mean, men.
Thank you.
But they're the real monster.
That's 16.
Oh, that's sneak attack because you did get him in the back.
Boom!
It's a
sneak attack.
it's like one of the things where it's thrust.
Do you get a sneak
I
attack
do.
because I'm next to him?
Oh no, I don't get a sneak attack because you're next to him.
Yes.
Let
Sorry,
me
I
confirm
feel
that
like
with
we should-
Xanathars.
Yeah.
You are right.
While you
I
do
believe.
that, they'll take a turn because either way, it's still alive. This thing.
No other creatures are within 5 feet of me, and I don't have disadvantage.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's within you. There's another
Yeah,
one
yeah.
where it's the
Yeah,
other
Yeah,
way
there's another
around.
one. Oh, cramp.
Okay,
Ah.
so it runs up. You get attacked in the back, and it glances back. And when it glances back, its hood falls down. It's not entirely human or dwarf or anything of that matter. Its mouth is kind of all teeth, like a shark. And then it immediately goes in for a bite on Melody.
Oh no.
It's gonna chew on him.
If it bites
Melody
Melody, it
might
gets
bite
bitten
back.
back. We've established this.
That
what
is true. That is very
You might
true.
not-
But how about the pre-established? If it attacks Melody, it hits.
It goes to bite you, and you have your shield out, so you manage to like put it. You know how to fight a biting
God just
creature. You
jinxed
put the
it, that's
shield
what it
in the
was.
way. And then it goes for another. Considering you shield, what it does is while you're shielding, its like mouth is like gnawing on the wood of your shield. Its arms go round, and as the cloak sort of falls down, they're barbed, long, gangly claws, not as much as the big thing. And they go round, and like needles, they pierce into your sides, dealing 8 damage, and give me a Constitution save.
Oh, great. Okay, so Constitution save for the effect of whatever it's doing to me.
You're fine. You feel
And
like a
Yep.
surge of like venom or something, just weird, but it doesn't do any damage to you.
Constitution save for concentration.
Gilwyn Gallagher.
I keep my
under
barkskin.
attack. So it's doing the same thing, trying to bite you first and then trying to attack you. Oh, Gilwyn.
Cutting words. No, it's too late. It's already determined. Don't matter. Go on.
Because of the way
Sounds
we
like a-
roll, you kind of have to just say you're cutting words in it because it rolls all at once.
Right.
Because of the stream.
worries.
If you want to cutting words, you can.
No, because the way you reacted, I knew it was bad.
It's
It
bad.
sounded
So-
like a nat 20.
You're like,
I don't want to cheat.
aha! And you kind of pull back, and its mouth. You have the same realization of Melody, but much quicker and shorter, as its mouth is all teeth, and it immediately goes to your stomach and grips and pulls.
Oh,
And you take 17 damage as it just pulls back with a
Oh my
whole
God.
My
chunk
love
of you.
handles.
And then it attacks again.
Cutting words?
You can cutting words this.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Hang on.
He's like staggering back, and he's like, "Oh God!" And he sees it swing, and he goes,
He's like, you
"No,
fuck!
no!"
Bad dog!
Oh, that's great. Yeah, it's one of those things where it goes to attack again, and you say,
Can't have seconds yet.
And it just goes, what? As is the situation most of the time Gilwyn does cutting words, he just confuses them. It's entire confusion. It's not an insult.
Not until
it's just
everyone's
like...
had a bite.
Speaking of, this thing is... He actually looks back at this wall of force field and goes to the others like, what should I do about this? And it's like, eat the witch! And he's like, yeah.
Oh,
Witches.
And then tries to get at Amelia. As we've
Was
all
it
done
Rob
at
or
this point.
White?
Sanctuary.
Rob.
I mean,
Sanctuary,
lunar,
of course.
lunar protection.
It's Sanctuary. Don't be crazy. It has to save a wisdom save. Oh my god, they save. Don't worry about it.
Alright.
And it goes to bite at you. And it does, but it's one of those...
Gosh, yeah.
It actually pierces your shield. It's one of those things where your instincts are a little too late. But the shield kind of pushes it away before it gets a good grip. So it does tear at your arm a little bit, but it mostly takes clothing, and you take 4 damage. And then it's going to attack again, but you have shields up still. So don't hold on to your horses. Yeah, there's no way it pierced the shield twice in a row. What is that?
It doesn't actually break through my magical wards.
Oh, of course, yeah. And now it's your turn.
Yep. So, I'm going to cast a spell that Sid gave me as a second level spell.
Oh! You said you'd never use it. Are you trying to,
I know, right?
get
I do a
both
very
of
good job
them?
at it. Yeah.
Of course, let
Can
me, oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Let me
Fire.
do a bit of...
Ooh.
I did
Yeah.
do separately like that.
Dean
I
like
think you
that.
missed.
Have you not seen that before, Dean?
No, flashy lights.
Flashy fire
Never
effects.
played with Arvine.
There's a couple of... the little guy completely fails. It's a shame it was kind of a sad cast.
I know.
But actually the original cast was pretty good.
Yeah.
So it like, you launch fire. Does it take half damage if you
If they save, yep.
Great.
Yeah.
So you stumble both of them. The guy that actually like attacked at you and is stopped by a shield was like going for another big attack. You launch fire from your hands and it like stumbles back, actually like yelping and trying to put the fire out like a person would, kind of. And the big thing doesn't even acknowledge it because you like sort of singe some of the like. It's got a little bit of armor on. Appears to be made of bone. Doesn't even really like singe that too bad.
Okay.
Sid.
So with the them being there, God, I know this is a bit dangerous, especially considering how heavy these things can hit or whatever. I think I'm going to just run for it.
Yeah.
I know she cast
Mage
mage
armor.
What I'll
armor on me and
allow
everything.
is I don't know if it's official rule or not, but it's also done. You can run through an enemy, but it's difficult terrain and like an acrobatics check.
Well, I can go through her. I can go through her square. So like, if you assume she's 5, and then kind of head out, that's 30. So that'd be 50.
I mean, bear in
So
mind
actually,
it'll be
right
10
here.
to leave her space.
Mm-hmm.
What?
It'll be 10 to leave her space because diagonal.
Oh shit! It's been so long.
Shit.
I understand what you're saying. It's been so long. Oh yeah, because I'm small size and he's large size, so actually I can go through his square.
Oh,
I think
of course, but I allow it a lot anyway. But it makes sense. He's a big thing. You can run under
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, I'm 2 size categories smaller than he is, so it's like running under a horse, right? So what do I have to make a check or what's
I'm
the
gonna
penalty?
say an
or...
acrobatics check.
God, yeah, because an old gnome is super acrobatic.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised.
Still
All right.
a no.
Yeah.
All right, rolling acrobatics.
Oh, of course. You zip under that thing.
All right, so I'm gonna go
You just
1,
wanna
2,
yell while
3,
you're
4, 5.
Look at me now, coach.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And because I'm a gnome, that's literally as far as I can move. I still have a bonus action. Is there anything I can do with that? I don't think there is. Give me 2 seconds. I think that's gonna have to be my whole
Melody.
turn. Yeah.
Melody does not appreciate it attempting to bite her. She is going to stab the spear into its toothy maw. Or try to, anyway.
It kind of
Bite
does have
its
a
jaw.
toothy maw. Oh.
Your entire
Oh!
spear.
Don't put wooden thing in mouth of teethy thing. Hum. Spear completely. You like go like that, and you do stab it in the face. But like it eats the spear, and you come back with half a spear, and actually it kind of hurts because you had the shillelagh like connection with the weapon. It was kind of a part of you, and then that breaks, and you are. You know, give me a wisdom save real quick.
Oh, the one save I'm good at.
This way you rolled that 1.
Yeah.
And you almost like pass out. You don't. It's a very strange experience.
Okay. Well, yeah. There goes my turn.
Oh yes, the big man. Do 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 do. It's going to attack at Amelia when I look up its stats. 'Cause I gotta remember shit. What? What was that, Dean?
No, I just forgot to. I forgot to get rid of a bardic inspiration.
You
that's
trying to
all.
make fun of me? Is that
No.
what's it?
No,
I don't think I appreciate that.
no. I would never do that.
Do you want me to
I
do it?
would
'Cause-
never
for you.
do that. He says like an idiot. Okay.
I'm very respectful.
Alright, so Amelia, it reaches down and you ward up, I imagine, and it kind of picks you up with its clawed hands,
Oh, good.
slicing into you as it's picking it up, and then it's bringing you to its mouth that isn't so much a mouth as it's like a hinge to a hole that goes into its body, and it's kind of like pulling you in, and your face is like scraping against the teeth that are there, that are like weird horns and like chunks of ivory and things, not really like...
Ollie, I'm gonna warn you.
Ollie.
If you continue describing this the way that it sounds, Kieran is going to be a PC and a character in this game too. Just warning you. Continue.
It's
No,
allowed.
I
It's
would
okay.
never. However, did he make a wisdom save against my sanctuary?
Ooh. I never remember. You need to give yourself a symbol when you do it, because I never remember
A symbol for it?
Yeah. It does. They've been getting really good wisdom saves.
It's not a very
makes
high roll
no
for me.
sense.
Save for me.
So you take 8 damage from that, but it is grappling you, holding you in the air.
That
trying to
actually
eat
does break through my arcane ward.
you. Gilwyn Gallagher, Bane of the Bearded Bastards.
I'm going to try and kill this motherfucker.
Wow.
Before he bite me again.
That's my boy.
Yes, that's a hit. It's a good
That's
hit.
my boy.
You attack at it. You like lop chunks of flesh off it. It doesn't fall.
Okay. Let's do something. Let's cast Healing Word on myself for I think the first time.
Oh, am I okay with that?
You whisper sweet nothings to yourself.
It's okay, go on. It's okay.
Vale. Speaking of, it's okay.
Thanks. I'm gonna lovingly lean my longbow against the side of this little highway and sigh as I can draw both my boys because I got dual wielder. So I will draw. Let's see. Short sword and parrying dagger. So my AC goes up by 2 because dual wielder, parrying dagger. And then I will. My understanding is this is like another level of balcony across, yeah?
No, there is another level of balcony that would be that big, yes, but this isn't on the other level of balcony.
Okay, cool.
You can run up along the other level of balcony, that's fine, that makes sense. It would be the 10-foot
Okay,
size.
yeah. So how much further do I have to climb to get onto the balcony?
You're on it, I thought.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
And it exists
Above.
like all the all
everywhere,
the way along.
straight. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will move there, and then its mouth's open right now. I've seen what happened with Melody. Does it have eyes?
It has kind of like big dark pits where eyes should be.
I'm gonna jump and stab where its eyes should be.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
It's,
Gilwyn Gallagher, spell name base. Gilwyn Gallagher, spell name base.
Hey, I can't fix it.
Oh no.
Gilwyn Gallagher, spell name base. That does not hit.
It does not.
You sad, sad little man.
Oh no. I am sad.
Okay, that's your turn then, I guess?
Yep.
You fall
I mean,
to the ground?
yeah, I
Thunk, thunk.
pretty much presume I land behind it.
And now it's the nasty boys who are first of all going to attack Gilwyn. I am not good today.
Oh.
Is that a no, don't attack Gilwyn?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to attack him
No.
anyway.
No. Don't.
It's a
Why
hit.
can't we just share a cup
Oh.
of tea?
11 damage as it bites you, and then it goes for the second attack.
I'll be okay.
Cutting words it, dude. Cutting words it.
It actually misses the second attack. So it gets
Really?
that big bite on you. Again, it's going for the stomach, and you kind of feel like you're being unraveled, to say the least. Things that should be inside of you are coming out. Like feelings.
Not for the first
And, oh yeah, I've got to attack Melody. How could
You
I
didn't have
forget?
to remember that, honestly. I would've been
Oh,
fine.
but I do.
I'll cutting words that one.
Oh.
It hits for 11 damage as he bites into you. Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
I said cutting words.
Oh, cutting words then.
I promise.
Because remember how it
did call
rolls
it.
at the same time, so you gotta.
I called
He
it.
did call it.
You gotta roll it then, you donkey.
No, but I don't want to roll it and then you be like, no, you can't do that right now. I just want to call it and then
Just
roll it.
it.
Okay.
I was too busy thinking about this guy eating.
Oh.
It's definitely
My bad.
still hit. It's eating Melody, and it does for 11 damage, and then it gets its second attack.
My AC is still 18.
Yeah, you're doing pretty well on that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Melody.
It's okay.
And its second attack, just it is slow and useless. But what about the ones when they're attacking Amelia? Actually, this guy can't attack Amelia because Amelia's up in the air, so he's gonna go and attack Vale. And Vale, is your AC not what it is on your sheet, like Ian's doing at the moment, and it's annoying?
It's 19.
Cool.
I did actually change it on the battle screen, but evidently
That's weird. I think maybe your token's broken after a while because it should.
I'll
Don't.
return to changing it on my sheet.
That way, at least it guarantees it works. It's a very poor attack. It's like you run at it and you probably like bap it in the nose with the blunt end of something. It's useless. It does have another swing at you, but again, like you're dancing around this thing like it's not even a problem. Amelia, you need to get your shit together.
Yeah, I
You
need to
are
decide.
grappled. The only thing you can really do is try to escape.
Okay.
I mean, you could try and cast spells in this situation. Depends on the spell whether it will or won't work.
Is trying to escape a movement action or just an action in
It's
general?
your main action, I think. So you can move if you escape, but if you can't escape, you're grappled, so you can't move. Sort of thing.
Alright, so what do I roll? I don't know,
It'll be
grapple
a
is 5e.
strength roll.
That's very unfortunate.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Oh! Yeah, you wiggle your way out to the ground.
That's good. Alright, cool. And then I can move, correct?
You can move if you wish.
Is that a full round
you
action?
can, you can move, yeah. Full on move action.
So I will actually back up. And that way, if it tries to follow me, it's going to go through difficult terrain.
Alright.
But I do provoke attack of opportunity.
I was going to say, it's getting a swing at you.
It is.
It hits for 10 damage.
Okay.
As it swings, but it can't like get a good grip on you anymore like it had before. Speaking of a good grip, a man with a good grip is Sally Isadio de Fixis.
I mean, is it really a good grip or just a good grip on reality?
No.
No. All right.
Just no.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're a gnome, you don't have a
1,
good grip
2,
on
3,
reality.
4. Meaning he has 5 feet of his movement left, but I believe it takes a standard action to start activating a spell. So I think that's pretty much the end of my turn.
Great. Melody.
Gotta love being slow.
Oh, lovely. I've been debating what to do, and I'm just going to try and bite its back. Because that's what Melody does.
Bite its back or bite
it back and miss horrifically.
Horrifying miss. You go to bite it back, and it just sort of like slashes at you away with its claws, like an animal fighting an animal, kinda.
Yeah.
I've dropped the spear, by the way, in case it wasn't already obvious, and in case it didn't eat the entire thing.
It sees Amelia running, and it kind of like gurgles, like, and you know what? I'm gonna roll to see what it does, because I'm a crazy person. It then hears a ha-ha from behind it and slowly lumbers around. And starts going to eat. I mean, to attack. Who's pew-pewing over here?
Sorry, my dog's being very like, "Meow. Attention, it's been 8 hours. Get off the computer. I want love.
But Vale manages to sort of like duck out of the way as this thing goes like to like
Does it
get
slice
you
his
both
friend?
arms. Maybe a little bit actually. You make them cross the streams. Speaking of crossing the streams, Gilwyn.
I'm gonna. Will I? Yes, I will. I'm gonna kill it. Because it's
Belief.
it's looking bloody.
You will
Right?
try.
It's looking as terrible as you are.
Okay. Fuck.
That's a miss.
Neat.
That is neat. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Vale.
Alright, first off, I'm gonna stab this boy with my short sword.
He is already injured. I will point out. He got set on fire, and he is burnt a bit. And you miss.
Next off, with my bonus attack, with my parry dagger, I will stab that boy again.
Stab that boy. That's a hit.
Oh, thank God.
Hi, I'm
that
Oliver
boy.
Smith.
Welcome to
We're
the
going
game.
to stab that boy. Now illegal in 3 countries.
Right, I have stabbed that boy. Next
you
up.
stab him probably in the leg with your dagger as you pull yourself back up because you had to like go to ground. It roars at you, spitting, and there's actually like blood in the spit, but it doesn't fall.
Okay. And then I will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Alright.
And I take 1 attack of opportunity due to fancy footwork, because I hit this boy.
Okay, cool. So the one that attacks you doesn't hit you. That's cool. I can't remember how to run my fucking show!
You say that like you knew.
Oh, that's a spicy meatball.
Just for that, it hits Vale. And it hits pretty
Thanks,
hard.
Scott.
It's like as you go, it like goes like with its claws, and you squirm around it, but it shreds at your skin, and it deals 14 damage. It shreds more than just your skin. I'd check tomorrow to see if you still have both your nips. Speaking of, it's the monster's turn.
No.
The little guys. We gotta figure out the Gilwyn situation first. What's eating Gilwyn Gallagher?
As long as he doesn't take my names.
Die tonight.
The first time where you're like, shit, I'm gonna die, and you kind of fumble backwards off the box, so it goes like, and misses. It just hits air, and it's a horrible noise when its teeth collapse against its other teeth. And then it keeps like lumbering forward, throwing the box out of the way. But you throw the box, you like smack the box with your hand. It like goes on the claws, and it's one of those things where you're kind of like fumbling, but it's working.
That's how I live my life.
That is the way I like to live my life. Melody.
Oh dear.
They're gonna eat you, Melody. They're gonna eat you up for dinner. But it doesn't hit, because it's trying to chew through your bark skin. So it does hit, it's just like, it doesn't do anything. Both of them useless. This guy, looking at Vale running away and like gripping at its leg, sees Amelia running away and kind of runs that way instead.
Mm-hmm.
But because of difficult terrain, it can't attack you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's your turn. Amelia.
Okay. Oh, my turn.
Yeah.
Awesome. I am going to cast False Life as a second level spell.
Yeah. That's a good idea. That's a good.
And that
cast.
also heals my. No, it doesn't heal my ward. It's a necromantic spell. So that's my turn. Yeah.
Sid.
So Sid looks up at the rest of the crew and he's like, all right, do we really think this is? And then starts to see the exact situation and how fucking horrible it is right now. You get Vale bleeding like a mofo. You get Gilwyn on his last leg. You get Amelia tried to run but got chased down. And Melody is, she's tearing things up. So you have to assume it's her blood because these things ain't bleeding. So he just shuts up immediately and throws down the magic item so it can start like doing the crawling drawing thing and activating the magics in there, being hopeful that it works, that this plan wasn't a waste of 4 rounds or whatever. So
the chalk starts riding around the orb in like a perfect circle.
I think technically speaking, casting of that spell is 1 round. Am I wrong on that one? Of the second level version of it. Magic circle.
No, it's a minute.
It's
a minute, but this is a smaller version in a tiny thing. It'll be faster, just nothing happens right now. It's starting
Yeah,
now.
of course. So I imagine it's just like drawing itself or whatever. Like, okay, cool. So I throw that thing down as my, standard action, whatever it is. And then as my move action, because I don't have to be there, do I, Ollie?
No, it's doing it itself.
Okay, as my move action, I'm going to start like try to
Pretty
head
nifty
back.
trick.
Be like, eh.
Getting your weapon out. Like,
Yeah, like, but like moving not very quickly. Like the first 4 steps are like really fast, but then like really slows down.
when you're the size of a gnome, a big 10-foot tall skeleton thing is. Very
Horses
cool.
are scary, man. Like, I'll ride
horses
a horse,
are
but they're
scary. But
They're
we're not
really
talking about
scary.
horses right now. We're talking about beautiful girls, Melody. Your turn.
Firstly, bonus action, gonna pull out a healing potion from somewhere. That's what, 2d4 plus 2?
Yes.
For regular? Yeah, I can never remember regulars. Because I
are
basically,
2d4
when I
plus 2.
started playing RV, we were already on graters. So,
Yeah, true.
that's something. That
Kinda evens
something.
out, actually.
Yeah, that's certainly something. And then she is going to try and bite this thing's neck again. Because it clearly worked last time,
one
so
day.
she's going to do it again.
Describe the brutal, biting murder kill.
Yeah.
She sort of she after drinking the healing potion, she sort of throws it away, looks at the thing with a feral look in her eyes, and then just leaps on it with shield still on her arm and just savages it in the neck.
It tastes horrible. Worse than a person's flesh would normally taste, which is great. Before you cook it and season it, of course.
Dude's eyes just in the small zoomed in thing. He's just like.
Dean has best face.
Or worse, depending on your perspective.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's all a matter of taste. And this creature lumbers up after you, Vale, but this, because it's flowing combat, you're not standing still right now. You're running, you look back, and it's like... slowly after you, and you're like, shit. And run a little faster, and it doesn't hit.
It's like actually a Monster Hunter when you're just sprinting,
Yeah!
just sprint, but when there's a monster after you, you're like, oh no!
That's exactly what's going on. Same with Zelda. Gilwyn.
In my panicked state, I'm just going to cast Thunderwave, not caring who's around me, not really knowing who's around me.
I mean, let's just hope your external guts still count as part of you.
Yeah. Cool.
That is me. Yay.
It's a 15-foot cube. It doesn't. If he's doing it Origin himself, it hits you. But
Oh
if he
yeah,
doesn't,
15-foot cube. I'm used to like all of Arvine's.
I know it's weird, but that one isn't. But then there's another spell, Earth Tremor, that's basically the same but slightly different. That isn't. So it's like that is centered.
Yeah, well I've got Earth Tremor, which so.
Yes. Earth Tremor and Thunderwave are similar but not the same.
Yeah, I've got Shatter, which is basically 5 foot smaller, and I can cast it away from me.
Shadow's got like a lot of other stuff. It fails horribly.
Ooh, okay.
So roll the 2d8 damage. So first of all, there's like a all the crates go, and actually the wall, like this is a dwarven place, so it's not like you break the wall, but like plaster and some of the engravings fall off. This guy like stumbles and like is thrown by the momentum of it across the ground like a couple of times, like skids and doesn't get back up, leaving like a trail of blood as it goes. Landing near Sid. And that's your turn. So Vale, you're being chased by a big scary monster.
So as I'm running along, when it puts down one of its claws to try and get me, I'm gonna.
Oh wait, did that not hit Melody?
No.
No, 15-foot cube. It would be.
It would be like a. It didn't have to, because it's a 15-foot cube. It didn't have to be around you, so you wouldn't have, would you?
Gotcha.
That's a hit.
Swallow.
That's a huge thing of damage. Like, this thing is terrifying, but it is... it's like weird and gangly and lanky, so that's a huge amount of damage as you slash at it. You know it actually can't take a lot of abuse, despite its appearance.
Then I'm going to follow through with that movement as I'm turning and jab up with the parry dagger into its gut.
Yeah.
That's a hit as well. Of course it is, because it's the same number.
2 damage.
You do that, its gut is like weirdly translucent, you can see its innards, and you do that and it like opens and starts oozing on you. And I say oozing, I mean pouring, really, to be entirely accurate. There is one guy left who is
just gonna
chasing
take a few
Amelia.
steps away from it. I'm gonna take a few steps, and I'm gonna use my bonus action to taunt it.
Sure, go ahead. This guy's
I'm
gonna
just gonna
chew
be
on
like,
Amelia.
"Come on, then, you big bastard. What else have you got?"
You're not entirely sure if it understands you.
Doesn't need to understand. It knows what I mean.
It pulls this face.
It makes the wisdom. They keep making the wisdom saves. This attack will hit you. Although I rolled the damage wrong. Hits you, Amelia, for 9. As it's just chasing you, biting and clawing as you're like backpedaling a bit and trying to cast spells. And it has its other attack that also hits for 6.
6. Okay. Ow.
Yeah, ow is right. But it's your turn. Maybe you fix the owl.
Maybe you can not ow.
Yeah.
What do I want to do?
Amelia is owl.
How damaged is one? Does it look pretty beat up?
This is the one you set on fire? Yeah.
Mhm.
He's actually, like, it's one of those things that's going, like, full force. It's not even trying to defend itself. Like, this thing fought like a man with a shark's face. But a man, now it's just like a monster. Which means it's near the end of its tether.
So let's try to frostbite it.
Oh yeah, Constitution save.
Yes.
I actually haven't
Probably
been good
quite
at
good at.
Constitution. No, actually. Fails. It's good at Wisdom, bad at Constitution. For some reason, even though they're
That's
the same.
D6, and it takes disadvantage on its attack roll.
Roll a d6.
Yeah, 1.
Well, at least it has disadvantage next turn.
It's true.
Sid, you look back, you see that the magic circle is finished. This big fucking burly bastard's still lunking around. Like, it finishes, and then, like, as they finish, like, there's a bit of a glow of magic, and then it's like...
Okay. I will, I guess I'll attack that thing. I was trying not to. I wanted to help Amelia, but... 20, okay.
Go ahead, make my day. Because this is
Vale
my show,
sees
and it
this.
is making my day.
Vale sees this and he like grimaces instantly.
Okay, so Sid is going to calibrate it, adding 1d4 to his attack roll. Let's see if I even needed that. Sometimes to wish to mark harm.
And it just sweeps with an arm and picks you up, holding you in the air above its mouth. Your weapon clatters to the ground.
I didn't let go of my weapon.
Just hear Vale swearing.
You're made to let go of your weapon when you're picked up by something like this.
I have a chain. It's connected.
Oh, really?
Do you remember those from 3.5 or oh, never mind.
Melody,
love
your
it
turn.
I'd love it if Ollie was just like, okay, your wrist comes off too.
I mean, this is a big fucking monster. It, like, breaking iron is not a surprise if it did. Melody. Go save the day, Melody. Come on, you can do it.
You see, I had my next move perfectly planned out,
And then Sid goes and does a
pointed
silly
out.
little thing
That's
like
why
that.
That's why he did that, and Vale just goes.
So Melody actually makes as if she's running towards the one that is attacking Amelia, and then sort of out of the corner of her eye, seeing Sid getting hoisted up, sort of hesitates and checks a run and runs up to the back of this thing and goes to like slash at it with claws this time because.
Oh, yes!
Right in the bum.
Go ahead and roll
Hail the conquering hero!
roll another d10 because it doesn't do both. It's a d10.
It's a D10, isn't it? Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's clever of me. I don't even know what my own damage roll
It's
is.
okay, because this one's like insect.
Bite
so
in
you
the
know.
bum, and a second later, like,
Well, I mean, the
like
gods
that
will it.
animated thing runs up its body where it like gets a chill up its spine, then it goes ah.
Yeah, it's like you bite it in the back, and I imagine you run. You like with your claws, you actually claw up its long ass legs and claw it in the back. It like recoils. It doesn't fall. It doesn't stop. And now it makes an attack against Soundly Defix.
Sydney.
His name's not Sydney. Yeah, I know, right?
This is the claw, right?
Yeah, it's the claw. I got what you were going for when you started. I'm not happy about it, but I get it.
Boom. Go! Gadget, go!
You kind of are Inspector Gadget. It just starts chomping on you, and you're pushed into its mouth, and a mixture of its chomping and the stomach acid inside, as it goes in, its stomach is translucent. You see Sid kind of go down into it, and then you see him yelling as he's getting burnt, as you take 11 points of damage.
That's far less than I thought.
Could have been worse. Might be worse soon. Gilwyn.
You know my AC is 15, right?
Yes. Well,
Not
I mean,
12, just saying.
no, but it hit way above it.
Okay.
It hit way above it. Gilwyn, you just finished killing that thing. Turn around and you watch Sid get eaten.
First thing I'll do, since it's translucent, is cast Healing Word on Sid.
You know what? I can't argue it. You can see him. It's allowed.
Does it require a line of effect? If I'm
It requires
inside
line
of it,
of
does it
sight,
have line
but
of
there's a
effect?
hole in the stomach from him piercing it. It technically all works, and I'm allowing it.
Sid's ear just slides up to that hole, and he just hears Gilwyn.
It's like everything's muffled, and you just hear Gilwyn say,
Don't die.
"No, I'm gonna reconsider my
surely it
opinion
should've
on
become
dying
sound
now, but I
become
know, but Gilwyn
breakfast
cares
or
if I live or
something.
die."
Advice.
And you heal him dying.
Ooh, 8 hit points. Do I get involved in this fray? Do I?
You already did. You're good.
You're good, kid.
You saved me.
Yeah, Sid's like in there, and he like goes. Gives you a thumb up.
Stick the arm out that hole.
All
and-
right.
I'm good.
I will use my last inspiration on Vale.
Okay, and now
And-
it's Vale's turn, unless you're gonna move.
No, that's it.
Vale. Unveil a glorious plan, please.
I am gonna. Little bit worried about getting in too close. Don't want to get hit. No, I'm gonna. So I'll drop the short sword. Vale reaches into his red sash belt. He tears a tiny bit, and then as he pulls out, a chain starts extending. He wraps it slightly and starts spinning it up. And he goes for the slash all the way up the stomach with the blade on the end of the chain.
Can else Kratos?
Don't nat one this, whatever you do.
I got inspiration. It's fine. It's fine.
Inspiration.
Yeah, I
doesn't
gave
fit to
myself
that one.
inspiration. You know what happened? I rolled a 1.
I got inspiration.
You got
It's fine.
inspiration.
Come on, baby. Give me that sweet 8.
That's
That'll
a hit.
do. That'll do, donkey.
Oh, is that a reference? What's that to?
Vale, describe that kill.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally, he spins up this chain a little bit, and then he gets it up to top speed, and Sid just goes in a load of guts out the bottom as it goes from like near the back underneath all the way up.
I'm so glad I made that in one night. It was worth it. Every moment. The amount of G-force you got with that thing is you. Ugh. We're whipping it around.
The fight's not over yet.
Right,
Vale.
and then let's see. I moved. How far did I move? 3? 1,
Yes.
2, 3. Yeah. 4, 5, 6.
What's that face?
I think 20 foot is the max for a thrown dagger.
No, you can try further, I think, but it's
disadvantage.
Yeah, and it's going into the warding wind as well, which is already
disadvantage. So I mean, why not, right?
Yeah,
You got the dagger in your
let's
other
do it.
hand. You're like, "Ha!"
Let's try it. Why not?
2060.
Little known, he doesn't actually know how to throw a dagger, so he's just gonna go. Let's see what happens.
Alright, let's try that then. Although
That's a
technically
hit.
that's.
Oh, disadvantage. Reroll it, you naughty boy. Don't you try and play me dirty like that. Yeah, now it's a miss. Are you happy?
I
Good
am.
for trying to play the system.
No, wait, you're inspired. Oh, you've already used it.
I have already.
Fuck
used
me.
And now I'm going to attack Amelia.
With disadvantage.
And I gotta save wisdom save.
Aaron, did you say something, or is your mic muted?
Sorry. Yeah, so Sanctuary, I'm gonna shield as well, and disadvantage.
It fails Sanctuary, don't worry about it.
Okay.
It got it the first time in forever. It fails Sanctuary. And I don't think it can really do anything. It's like set on attacking you. It's not going to.
Right.
ran away, so your turn. Fight back.
My turn? I will actually get rid of the warding wind, because it's not useful now. Yeah. I have 1 attack.
Yeah.
Do it!
Do it!
Get him!
Get him! Get him!
That's what I'll do.
It helps if you
It
scream
fails.
like you're powering up.
Oh, cool.
It does.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you
That's more than last time.
sort of spraying cold air at it. It goes, and it just kind of falls to its knees. It's not even dead. It's just defeated. It's like falls
It's
to
chilly.
its knees, and you keep like spraying ice at it, and it's just it just stops. Kind of passes out instead of being completely dead, which might be valuable. Who knows? And with that fight, we're not going to take a break. We're just going to go for like another 10 minutes and then just stop, because it's the same time as a break anyway. If you need to pee, you gotta hold it in.
I already went.
I already peed.
We don't have standards here. So this is like this horrifying
No workplace
aftermath
standards.
where you're all pretty
help.
beat up, actually. And
I don't know what you're talking about. I feel fine, actually.
yeah.
Melody would immediately go to Sid, Gil, and Amelia in order with Cure Wounds.
No, really. I feel fine.
She's
Not
doing
only
it
am I
anyway.
Missing only 2 health
I'm
points out of my
really
whole
good
pool.
at cure wounds.
I have 4 of my, short rest dice too. I'm theoretically,
Melody is doing this. You don't get to argue.
I mean, I really am fine.
You
Oh,
get
yeah.
you get
She's
11
doing this
points of healing anyway.
I at 4th level, I'm an 8d8 HD kind of person. I'm only
I
missing
see.
2 HP from that.
Calm down.
Like it's not that bad.
Melody is just worried about you, Free, from getting.
No, it's okay. It's okay. In 5th edition, health points don't matter.
Because it is Melody, like Amelia does let it happen.
Oh boy.
By the way.
And Gil, when you were healed for 9,
Figure.
of course. So,
Bill's just like standing there, like 4 big claw marks down his front from where he squeezed through, just watching this happening, like,
The Vale was pretty hurt, wasn't he? Actually, after she's been round the others, Melody would actually notice that, and then you get it. I don't know what you're complaining about. You get a 2nd level because that's all I've got left.
Amelia, I think our plan didn't exactly work the way we wanted it to.
No. But we do have information, don't we? She'll kind of look at the bodies around us. And the orb on the floor.
Give me a Arcana roll, Amelia.
Yep.
rolls the 1, orb explodes.
You notice that while the orb, actually that might not have been magical at all. It bounced off the ground instead of smashing. Don't worry about it. Nothing's happening to the orb. Would you even be able to tell if something was happening to the orb? No, the other orb, nothing changed on it physically when the spell was working. But you look up where there's kind of still a little bit of blackish mist in the air that you can see way clearer than anyone else because you already worked out that there's like a portal remnant there. There's actually like a very a circular hole in it that your magic circle is cutting in the energy above it, so it is working.
So she'll like pulse it over, like, and to look at the portal. And just like, this will probably stay open for at least another day.
Really? I'm actually gonna go over to it and try to like poke my head in.
If you poke your
Don't
head in,
recommend that.
you don't like go through into a portal. You just poke your head and give me a charisma save.
Absolutely.
You see things that you will never be able to talk about.
Because remember, there's not a portal there.
I would have expected Chris to stay with disadvantage. I was so waiting for punishment.
Because you're just putting your face into air as far as you.
Oh
really
wait, I get
know.
advantage on that because of my gnomish cunning.
No mish coming.
No mage coming.
Well, you know.
Also, this is right after Scott has just said, "I'm so ready for punishment."
I take the first one. I take the first one.
No, this is
I
how
take
it
the-
works.
I-
You put your
no,
head
I
there,
take
and
the-
actually, for a split
take the
second, and
first one.
only Amelia sees it, Sid's head isn't there. It's on the other side. And then he's back. And Sid, you feel how Gilwyn did. Everything feels terrible and worthless,
Doesn't that kill a gnome
pointless. No.
because of fading?
No, elves.
rock gnomes.
Oh,
are
elves
different.
and yeah, that's right. That's right.
Forest gnomes fade. Rock gnomes don't.
You big
Alright.
racist boy.
Well, no, because again, in Pathfinder,
It's different.
gnomes fade.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
it's an emotional thing. So
You
okay.
No, but you do come back, and even you actually can work out immediately because you're right back. He goes comes back just down.
Yeah. Don't recommend that.
Yeah.
Especially because there's not even a portal there right now. It's not like it's safe.
It's really not worth going in there. This whole plan was really stupid. Really, I mean, we put the circle on the ground. I wasn't even able to help you guys. Everybody almost died because we wasted our time with a stupid plan. Stayed up all night for.
What's going on here? As the guard force arrives, and actually, like, at least one of them arrives on a Pegasus. Actually, two of them arrive on one Pegasus.
So glad.
And they're like, oh, the adventurers that are here from Lichville, they took care of it. Oh, that's good.
That's
we owe you some drinks.
Vale showboats.
You like
He gives the chain a little spin, wraps up around his arm, and then points at the big dead boy, and he's like,
I'm lying on the ground going.
Melody's cure wounds did put the organs back in, but
but it was slow. It was like watching slugs crawl,
This place
like
is
slime dragons.
It's so dramatic. I'm in so much pain. I'm so amazing. Look at us. We showed up. I'm just going to my room. I need sleep.
So this portal's gonna be here for like another 24 hours at least.
So
Just letting everybody know that.
we throw a bomb through, maybe. Really big one.
Maybe.
Strap it to Sid. He's already been through. He knows the way.
I don't think Sid's up for jokes right now.
I don't think Sid's up for anything right now. I'm thinking perhaps we don't take him to get cured just yet for exactly that reason.
It's fucked up, man.
that is bad.
He's like, oh, you got cancer? Sweet. This makes it so much more bearable. So much more bearable.
It's curable. It's curable. It's entirely curable from what we know.
You just have to take it back to that cleric
Sure.
and give them another donation because they got annoyed at you. They were actually very happy to have you, but then Vale said something about, well, gods aren't real anyway, or something, and then the guy was pissed off at you.
Just make sure Vale isn't
We
one who
have
goes
a cure for
backwards.
chlamydia. We don't need to give it to Sid quite just yet. He could just
He can have the
fester
crotch
in
rot
it for a little
bit.
while.
All I did
Real talk, I don't think I've told you this, Scott. In my old Midwinter game, a character, their rogue, had crotch rot for like 6 months, in-game and real-time, because they kept forgetting to cure it, and crotch rot gives like disadvantage on
you
everything.
thought you meant...
No, like the character in-game.
When you said in real time, I was like, wait, where did this story just go?
Well, when
Sorry,
in Shadowfell,
something.
do as the Shadow Kai do,
What happens when you're bummeling? You get the
Anyway,
crotch.
Sid trunks away. The guards start genuinely congratulating you, and a straight up a cleric will go over and offer you any healing if you need any, because you dealt with this. They're not going to charge you.
Can I point at Sid? He poked his head through the
You
portal.
point, and at this point, Sid is behind several dwarves and has walked down a street, so they can't even see. You can see him because you're 4 foot above a dwarf, but they can't.
The gnome, he poked his head through, and he's rather depressed. It goes beyond that.
We can cure his poor mood later, but right now, the wounds on your body. We got a problem, a way to solve problems like that. We call it whiskey.
No. This is from the plane.
You point, and look. There's nothing there.
Okay, good. That is useful. You can. I will be fine. Deal with Gil. His guts are slowly slugging their way back in.
They're in by now.
Melody's probably still trying to help him a bit.
All
She's
right.
just poking.
So with that, she just poking. We're actually going to leave it here because we had a double stuffed Jarviskjir section there.
That's because double stuffed Oreos are the best.
I actually don't like them. I have too much cream.
And we've come full circle.
Too much cream.
I don't like the cream. The biscuit's the better part.
I've never seen Doom this man.
Figures Ollie wants the biscuits.
Dude, I got some biscuits right here.
I
actually.
did.
Penguin
I
Mini.
did.
Anyway, thank you for watching.
Oh,
It's been a
great. Now we
time.
have to listen to people talk about themselves.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that Sid got that because I knew Scott would give it 110% in the worst way possible. And
I just hope he actually stops talking.
Scott's one of those
Probably won't
characters. You know
happen.
how in
This is
DMG,
upset. He's
there's
just gonna
rules for all the outer.
I don't know where he went.
So it's the end of the show. Goodbye. Let's start the circle of shame. Aaron, how are you? Who are you? Before everyone
I'm doing
becomes
pretty well.
Eldritch Abominations.
Super excited to be playing D&D again.
Yeah.
I play here on Wednesdays, and I play with Scott on Fridays, and also sometimes Wednesdays. And yeah, that's my life.
If you can find Neil, move your head to the bottom right, please.
Oh wait, no, I've seen.
Okay, organize yourself. That'll do. Down there, Neil, who are you?
What's up, guys? You're down here chilling with your boy Neil. I'm a nerd that plays D&D with Ollie. Couple sessions a week. I play on a Monday and a Wednesday, and there's some interesting stuff going down. And the diplomat, the Elven Feather Speaker, is actually my character's half brother. We get on
From the
quite
Monday
well.
game. Yeah, everything's connected. There is a chance, as when the schedule sorts out, that there might be another Jarviskjir show. So there'll be even another layer of everything's connected. So who knows, right?
And I would advise you all to make like #WorshipTel a thing, because he's going to be a god in Jarviskjir at some point in the future.
Like
so like,
years.
yeah. But the point is, like, if you guys worship him, makes it go quicker.
That's right.
So like,
One tweet
you guys
equals one
should
prayer.
You guys should be well up for that. And I've been told I'm gonna be Aaron now.
Okay.
I'm moving into Amelia's space.
You don't.
Yeah, I think.
You can't. Don't be
That's-
Aaron. Don't try and do an impression to anyone. We can only do impressions
I'm
of
not doing
Dean
an
because
impression of anyone.
Dean's funny.
I just sit there and look annoyed, mildly annoyed.
Ian.
Hi, I'm Dean Cutty. You can find me on any website as /Dean Cutty, including X-Hamster.
Hey, there's the joke. I was hoping you'd go all the way.
Yeah, okay. Shall I do that again seriously? Yes. I am Arvine on Twitter and stuff. I'm just some random dude who gets dragged in because I play in Jarviskjir a lot, so I actually know things about
You
it.
do good shit. Your
I
fan
did shit.
favorite. Everyone loved Caitlyn, and now everyone loves Melody. And now
Everyone
they were trying to
hates
decide.
Caitlyn.
They loved Caitlyn at the
No.
time,
God
but
hates
Caitlyn was kind of a bitch today. Understandably so, because Vale went up to her drunk and was like, "You're the worst. You ruined my life.
Yeah, that
I
sums it up.
hate you."
Yeah.
So yeah, speaking of fan favorites, Dean, try and keep your face in one of the holes and tell us who you are.
How often do you ask that question, Dean?
Dean.
Hey guys, I'm Dean Cutty.
Yeah.
You can find me on several websites, including UJizz.
I don't even know whether these are real websites anymore.
I hope that isn't, because that's a. I mean, you know what? It's actually good. Like, you go to a website, you know what you're gonna get. It's good marketing, right?
Big bit of news. The Checkpoint series, which is a mental health video game series, is coming out on the 29th on YouTube and Steam, and I think maybe the Humble Store. I'm not sure. I'll need to check. But the 29th, I made music for that series, and it's coming out very soon, and it's going to be amazing.
Oh, what? Hello.
And
suddenly the dimensions shift back into.
Yeah.
How dare you time me out?
I
didn't say that.
Don't post what might be porn. I'm not clicking on it.
It might be. Delete it. I have no idea.
And with that, good shit, Dean. Scott, who be you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you speak to me just now?
Scott.
This is such a clusterfuck.
Scott, who are you?
Oh god.
God damn, Rick, I'm going live in 3,
shit, yeah.
I don't know, 9 o'clock, whatever that is, my time. 9 o'clock Eastern time over at Lost Initiative show with Mathis and maybe somebody else. We're hanging out tonight. Tomorrow night, we're making Maggie's character for our new upcoming show. It's going to be a Star Wars show and other things. But don't forget to tune in this Friday night at 10:30 p.m. EST for us to play, finally, some more Eberron. Other than that, just Google me. You'll find me. Usually, in pictures behind Dean, but you'll find me.
I'm Ollie. If you were wondering, I'm Ollie. You should check this show out. All the VODs are going to be on YouTube as well as here. But I'm also on that Eberron show, which is super cool. I'm also on your Mass Effect show, which is less super cool, but it's still kind of cool. But on Tuesdays and Fridays at 9 p.m. GMT, I do art streams, and after the art streams, where I usually do D&D commissions or something of the sort, or sometimes art from Jarviskjir of the world. So you might see some settings and things that show up that will be interesting. Where's that, sort of convincing accent when I'm actually doing a character, but when I'm just bullshitting, it's... Yeah, he was. But after that I play RimWorld, where I'm married to Frank, and none of you are in that. And then on Sunday there will be a mystery game. I bought it today. I bought the game today, so I can't say I
gotta go look on Steam.
Shit! No, don't give it away!
Yes!
And that's that. We'll be here again next week, hopefully. We better, and you better too, because we appreciate you. Alright, now I'm gonna go over here and hang up, because I can't be that simple.
we have
the
Dean's
quote
got to do his
game.
quote.
Dean's quote game.
Let's have an Arvine quote, come on.
Arvine quote of the week.
This is my highlight of the week.
Oh god,
Okay.
I thought you'd forgotten about this.
No, I remembered, but I thought we wouldn't because of all the chaos, but because structure returned to the universe.
This is order. I'm the
Someone
paladin
roll
of
a-
order.
Roll a dice.
I'll roll a d27 for you.
Alright.
Ian knows what's beyond the 27 tweet.
15.
Do I
No
count the
idea
pinned
what that
tweet?
is.
I'm not doing it. One.
No, you don't go with a pin tweet. That's ridiculous. You've got to have some order
Tweet's
here.
been there forever.
These are golden. It's a retweet, and it's a compilation of images from the game Doki Doki, and I'm afraid they're going to spoil us, so I'm not going to show it.
Okay, well, with that, the only thing I want to spoil is my appetite by eating some cake. Okay, good. This was a good end to a stream. Goodbye. Fuck.